I am so sorry. I didn't realize how long the song is going on for. It's just a loop for 16 minutes. What? Hold on, let me change. Let me change real quick and then we can get started. Kirby, come in clutch. Oh yeah, there we go. Hello, my Sayo Knights. Welcome back to another stream where today I'm continuing my streak. And I don't mean that type of streaking. I'm talking about the streak where we are actually taking Twitch seriously for the first time. Or streaming, I should say, since we're on YouTube as well. But hopefully everything should be running all smoothly. I just double checked some settings here and it's telling me okay. Like everything's connected. So from this point on, I feel like we're just doing minor tweaks here and there going forward, right? Like I've gotten really good at uploading all the lives, downloading the lives, turning them into VODs, turning them into shorts. And it's been doing pretty good. People have been enjoying it. It's funny. I actually found that my 2-second short, that's almost the length of a Vine, did better than the one that I put a lot more effort into. That was much longer. That both you can see on my channel, on my YouTube channel. But yeah, interesting world we live in. It's very much a interesting like world, and I'm talking not even just reality. I'm talking about Twitch as a community and ecosystem. Same with YouTube. I don't know, just being online, it's interesting to see like the numbers and see what people are interested in and what catches their attention is actually like the shorter stuff, more so than the long form. People like shit posting. That's what I'm trying to say. People don't want reason. They want jokes and funniness. But today I thought it would be fun to delve into a topic that I wanted to cover for a while now. And that is the idea of taking risks and grabbing life by the balls, if you know what I mean. But essentially what that means, like without getting too graphic, it means like taking ownership of like your dreams, taking ownership of what you crave, your passion for something. And this could be anything from a drive to get an assignment done for school. It could be trying to get a personal project that's a hobby done, or it could be something bigger like a dream job, like working hard to eventually obtain that dream job, even if it means taking risks to get there along the way. Because the scariest thing is, I think, is not having that guarantee that things are going to work out. And there are times where you will doubt yourself. That is a reality. That is what everyone deals with at one point or another. But I think what's important is if we remind ourselves that this is just how it is. This is human nature to have these insecurities, to have this anxiety built in within us, because it's almost like a survival instinct. Like no dumb animal in nature is going to sense danger and walk towards it. You know what I mean? Like that's why we have survival instincts. And I feel like from our time as cavemen, where we were basically discovering fire for the first time. And this is like, I like the idea that dinosaurs and like cavemen existed around the same period, even though they probably didn't. I'm pretty sure. I have to look at it. I thought, isn't it like the woolly mammoth? Like humans did. That's like a big myth, is that humans have existed with certain dinosaurs, when in actuality they actually haven't. Right? Isn't that like a thing? I don't know. But anyways, but like the idea that like, you know, you'd see a predator, like let's just say like a tiger. Let's just be honest, like a tiger. We're primal humans with like spears made out of sticks, right? This is like way in the past, right? And we're just hunters and gatherers at this point, right? And we have maybe tribes with similar communication, but my point is that, look, we have survival instincts. If we see a tiger and we see another tiger, our brain goes, oh no, or we're dumb enough to approach both and end up mauled to death. So yeah, the survival instincts are built in for a reason. And I think it's lessons learned of barely escaping death, seeing other people get devoured by these beasts, you know, that have been the reason why we've survived for so long. And you see this also with just normal animals, where it's like everyone has a survival instinct. When they feel like there's a predator afoot, they slowly back up. Also, what's up, Dadu Dit? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, that was a weird comparison. But my point is that it's these natural things that are built in that I think we have to sort of unlearn, that is basically the core of human nature. And that is always to seek comfort, always to seek safety, especially with a lot of situations. And we actually end up doing a lot of harm in the pursuit of trying to achieve this comfort, this level of comfort, right? So that's kind of like my point with this, is just like, sometimes we have to go against human nature. Sometimes you got to jump into fire, you know? Like, even though we discovered fire, we know when we touch fire, it burns. But sometimes we need to look at the fire and be like, I want that. I want to be inside that. And then you just jump and head first, you know? Because sometimes, even if you get burnt, or the possibility of getting burnt, imagine how cool it would be if you jump into fire and come out the other end unscathed without being burnt or injured or whatsoever, right? So that's kind of like the whole tangent. It was a long tangent, but my point is that you got to take leaps. And that's why today's, if you look on my YouTube, at least my thumbnail for the stream is that one Super Mario level where you jump and you jump over and you hit that hammer that drops the bridge, and then Bowser falls into lava. But instead of like the fire analogy, it's actual lava. So you disintegrate. You literally melt to death. So yeah. Two completely separate things, okay? I want this to be known. That's two completely separate things. But the point is that I have sort of been on this sort of streak right now, where the more I do Twitch, the more I feel like I'm getting comfortable. And this is like a weird thing for me, because when I did Twitch in the past and YouTube, I struggled because I was always like gaming, and I was just using gaming to entertain. But it's like, who wants to watch someone game unless they're really good and they just don't talk, right? I'm sure if you have like enough skills in a game where you can let the gameplay carry itself and your stream itself, that's fine. But like, if you're bad at the game, what's the point of watching it? You know, you kind of have to watch it for the personality, or like at least the commentary, right? So, and I've been really bad about that. So that's why I've been like starting with like, at least with streams, you've recently seen the last 4 streams have been just straight up me talking to the camera. That's all I've been doing. Okay. Nothing else. I haven't even been like, I was showing a couple YouTube videos, but they were just songs. Like that was it to them. I didn't even play any videos. Like, cause that's what I'm trying to work on, is just trying to talk more, because it's so unusual to talk to no one. It seems like you're psychotic if you talk to yourself. And for being a streamer, you have to learn how to do that. It's so weird. And the fact that like I'm like looking at myself on camera right now, I'm looking at the screen to my right, which is your left if you're looking at the screen. But this is what I'm looking at. The camera is there. The light is burning my retina if I look at the camera. But that's why I look over here, because I can see the other monitor. But yeah. Uh-oh. What you mean the video cannot be monetized? What the heck? What? Hold on. They said no. I thought I muted it. What? Okay. Okay, we're figuring this out. We're figuring this out. Something's going on. Something's going on here. Go live. Okay. We disputed it. Cool. But my point is that sorry, I got distracted there for a second, but I feel like I'm getting better at just talking. When no one's in the room. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but just getting used to like just talking when no one's present. I honestly feel like Spider-Man. Like genuinely, that's like a good comparison. Just monologuing, even though no one's asking for it. In fact, the people who you're monologuing to or talking to sometimes when you're fighting them like Spider-Man are fucking annoyed. But yeah. It's just such a weird place to be. And as someone who's like just trying to like get into the rhythm of like just live streaming in general, right? Like I even mentioned, I teased like, you know, a Marvel movie does with its post-credit scene without fail every single time. I teased the possibility of doing a live stream, like an IRL live stream. And let's just be honest, that's still on the table. But if I want to do it with other countries, within other countries, I don't know how I feel about that. You know, that's where I'm like going to take a step back because I don't like the perception of IRL live streaming, at least now. And that is, if we're talking about, I'm bringing it back, okay? If we're talking about leaps of faith here, that is my leap of faith as a streamer. I took a leap of faith by like actually putting myself in front of a camera when I started YouTube several years ago. But now my leap of faith, since I've gotten so used to being on camera with this gorgeous face, blessed by God. I know, it's tough being beautiful, but one of the things that like I have to learn to do is being able to put myself out there even more by IRL live streaming, inviting the world into my chaos, into my Twitch chat and YouTube chat. You know how terrifying of a prospect that is? That, you know, Saorius is going to be roaming the streets potentially in the future. Like, you're welcome. Like, you're going to see so many babies start crying the moment I show up. It's going to be crazy. Ah, man. But another thing, too, that I want to talk about, especially with regarding the leaps of faith, is I also want this to be sort of a learning experience for me. Because this concludes one full week straight of streaming. Because I started Monday, Wednesday, and now this is my Friday. This is not my Friday. This is literally Friday. So, depending on like, you know, what ends up going down, you know, who knows? Maybe it'll get better, maybe it won't. Yo, Alia, what's up? I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. Yeah, it's just such a weird time, at least right now for me. Just because I'm like, yeah, chat's not combined. We don't see YouTube. Do you not? Hold on. It says I'm connected. Okay. That's so weird. Sorry, I didn't realize YouTube was not connected. Is that why people are upset? Because YouTube's not connected? Let's do this. We're gonna stop server. I'm gonna start server again. There we go. And then technical difficulties, guys. Hold on one second. All right, it should be working now. Try YouTube. Here, let me see. Am I missing YouTube? I'm so sorry, YouTube crowd, if I just completely glazed over you. Am I missing YouTube? I'm so sorry, YouTube. Okay, let me try something. Yeah, no, YouTube's working. Yeah, YouTube should be working. Maybe I just fixed it. Who knows? But yeah. we're gonna see how this goes though, because this is Friday. This is 3 days into streaming, and depending on like how, like, I'm gonna see like, this is, I feel like it's too early to review, you know what I mean? Like, it's too early to be like, all right, I know exactly what to change, I know what to fix. Like, I can't tell if, okay, perfect, cool, thank you, Alia. But like, it's like, I don't know yet the direction of success for this channel. I don't know if, you know, I'm headed on the right track yet. It's too early to tell. It's not that I'm not, but it's not that I am. It's like sort of a we'll wait and see kind of thing. So, yeah. And I don't know. Like, the fact that, like, yeah, YouTube wasn't working for a second, that's just so frustrating. But now we finally got working again, so that's good. That's really good. And that's what I like about you guys, is that you guys keep me even though Twitch, I think I have more viewers on Twitch right now. The fact that you guys are like, hey, YouTube's not live, and the fact that we can chat cross-platform is pretty sick, you know? Albeit a little bit of a delay on YouTube's end, because that's how the bot works to live stream, multi-live stream. Multi-stream. There we go. That's the word. But yeah. Yeah, streaming takes time. And that's like what I learned too, especially with talents in general. That's why leaps of faith are important, because leaps of faith are a signifier, okay? They are a signifier of starting something big that is a huge change, right? That's why it's a leap of faith, because it is terrifying. And this goes for streaming for me, because like streaming, I don't know how this is going to turn out. Like my rule right now is by January, if I am not affiliate, I'm going to quit trying to do this as a profession. That's just how it is. Why'd I get a Xbox? What? I just got an Xbox accomplishment. What the hell? Anyways. But yeah, that's why I'm sort of like in the boat right now where I don't know what's going on, frankly. But what I do know is as long as I keep this up, we'll see the result eventually. Only time will tell. And I think that goes for a lot of things. But I feel like as long as you keep being consistent on something that you are passionate about, whether it's a hobby, an interest, you know, just be consistent, do it daily, do it weekly even, right? Or just maybe even like, just have a right down the middle, 3 days a week, you know, 3 days a week. That's what I'm doing for streaming. 3 days a week, just do it. And if it pays off, great. If not, no worries. But you'll see the progression of things getting better and better over time. Yeah. Yeah, and I do know that. But also the tough part too is like retaining those viewers. Because this is like also my big worry. And this is why I just did just chatting. And I like just chatting. Because if you lock yourself in for just streaming, right? The problem that you run into is if you just do gameplay or get into gameplay, people will watch it just for the gameplay. And so once you stop playing said game, they'll beg you to play it again. And if you don't play it again, they leave and they don't come back, which is inevitable. It's going to happen. But I'd rather be known as trying to like, that's why I'm like, this is like a test run just to see just chatting. And every stream, like even when I start playing games, which we're going to start on Monday, I'm going to try playing Wuthering Waves for the first time. So that's going to be super exciting. That's my leap of faith. I'm like, hopefully it's a good game. Hopefully I'm good at that game. There are 2 prayers I'm making here, okay? But yeah, I'm going to be talking for like the first hour or so. Maybe throw in like 2 hours of gameplay and then an hour after of just talking, just to see how it goes, right? So, oh really? Thank you. I appreciate it, Alia. Yeah, and that's why also it's important to me to say what I think is even more important about taking a leap of faith is having those people to support you, because you're basically a daredevil at this point. You are driving your motorcycle over the gorge, okay? You're going up, You don't know if you're going to come down over the gorge or under it, you know? So it's important to like remember that, like, you know, to have the support of, like, for example, you, Alia, you're great. Or my friends that were watching earlier that joined in. Like, if you have those people cheering from the side, it makes it feel so much better. And you'll have more confidence. And it'll increase your chances that you're going to make it over that gorge. Or you may crash and burn and everyone's, like, shocked. After, like, seeing your real in time death. With the explosion on the side of the gorge. You know? But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I have such a very morbid analogy. That was really dark. But yeah, I don't know. Like, that's the goal at least. And honestly, the more that, yeah, same with anything creative. Yeah, no, it is. And we talked about this yesterday about like what it means to be passionate about, you know, being an artist and the struggles. And I think also I think that's what like I want to also hope to inspire. Like, this is going to be sort of the theme of today, where I want to inspire everyone to take leaps of faith. That means just starting it. And I actually this is actually part of my New Year's resolution, surprisingly, for myself at least, is when the big 2025 rolled around, it marked a new era. You know, everything's changing. We're coming out of, why do I keep getting this Xbox notification? What? Anyways, sorry about that. But like the 2025 is just like so much change is going on, right? So you got to like brace it, you know, brace yourself and just accept the changes. And one thing, I think 2024 was just like, everyone can agree, 2024 wasn't the best year. It was kind of doo-doo, not gonna lie. But what I will say is, well, 2024, my New Year's resolutions were mostly revolving around stopping the bad habits I developed over the years. 2025, I wanted this to mark sort of a new beginning. And there were so many things, so many changes happening. Like, I got my own room, which is huge, instead of dorm style living. I started streaming again for the first time with like a cool setup behind me that took a lot of time and effort. But also, like, just the idea of just starting new habits, starting good new habits has been sort of the theme for me. Yeah, the struggle is real, but once a project is done, the feeling's euphoric. Absolutely. Well, here's the thing. I think I consider the idea of being creative and starting a habit or starting a project to be like sort of like a honeymoon phase, you know? Where it's all glamorous. You're starting a project for the first time. You're super excited because you want to know how this is going to end up. And then once you spend a little bit more time on it and a couple of weeks go by, it starts falling apart. And then you got to like stay motivated. That's the tough part. But, you know, I think what people need to realize too is, when you take a leap of faith, you are a daredevil, first and foremost. You are insane. You're getting an adrenaline rush from the amount of crazy stuff you're about to pull off, right? But have fun with it, you know? Like that's what I also have I have so many weird analogies. I'm sorry. I'm bringing them all to the table here in the Sayo Nights. I'm bringing it to the round table here, but the thing I've told like my friends too, where it's like, I like to see myself as, if something goes wrong, think of it like skydiving, where you're falling and you may be falling to your death. Your parachute may not deploy. I know. Why am I so morbid with these analogies, like crashing into gorges, falling to your death? I don't know. That's just who I am, okay? But my point was, if you're skydiving, just have fun. You're almost flying in a sense. On the way down, enjoy it, you know? There'll be there'll be ups and downs, but if you can appreciate like the moments that matter and recognize that, yeah, it may not be the best moment, but if I can get through it, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I think that is great. And that's what the leap of faith is it's gonna be nice, and then it's gonna be rough. Like, you're on a hot air balloon or you're on a plane, right? It's nice up there. It's beautiful up there. It's when you actually start falling that it becomes not as fun. But as long as you just keep your composure, just like remind yourself, hey, I have a parachute and I should enjoy myself while I'm here because, you know, this moment, even though it may be scary at this current moment, you know, I should still enjoy it because once my feet hit the ground, and once I land, like with my parachute, I'm not saying you're going to hit the ground or anything, but once you land and it's a nice peaceful landing, right? You get to look back at it and just be like, well, I did that. I fell almost, I thought to my death at one point, but now I'm on the safety of the ground. And you look back at that and it makes you cherish the moment of you being on the ground even more. You know what I mean? Like that, the struggles, remember it, hold it dear, because when you get to the end and you are successful in completing a project, that's when you can look back with fond memories of just being like, oh, that was so funny, or this was such a bad day. Like everything went wrong. It was Milo Murphy's Law, you know? Like there was a gorilla that invaded the office and tore every single printer from every outlet somehow. And he had like this vendetta against me. He was like a sentient gorilla. I don't even know how that's a thing, you know? Just something crazy like that. But you can look back at it and just be like, you know, Gorilla Grodd had like a field day with us, but we managed to pull through in the end. You know what I mean? So for me, it's a disaster in a storm and I crashed out at the beginning. Then my friends literally carried the current animation and pushed for it. Yeah. I'm the opposite. I start crashing out and scared. I owe my friends literally everything. I guess everyone has their own different approach, right? Like this is just like how I deal with projects, because that's like me, where I always am like, I love mapping out everything. I am a planner, okay? That is who I am. If we're going on vacation, I'm making an itinerary. If we're going to a theme park like Disney World, I'm writing down all those attractions we're about to ride in order from the ones with the longest wait times first so we can get them out of the way, and then all the fun stuff that's super short with the lines later. That's me. I'm that person, okay? I carry around that map. But I also am that person who also freaks out when something goes wrong, and I panic easily, and I have high anxiety, and that's a problem. But it's also a human problem, and I've been working on it, okay? So, like, if anything, I'm the roadmap guy. So I think it's funny that you're actually the opposite. Yeah, because I hope I'm more like you then, because that's something I need to work on, where I need to like stress out less, you know? Once we get into the swing of things, you got to be calm, especially during tense moments. I think that's very important, right? Because I know people who somehow under pressure remain calm and collected, and they're like anime characters in a sense. They're like the cool ones that like are emotionless and can easily deal with any problem. You know, the super cool dudes. Yo, what's up, Coral? Welcome back. I love how we all have different approaches to the same thing. Yeah. And I think, again, and this is also a thing I truly believe too, and this is kind of my philosophy, where I don't believe in a thing called the truth. That's just my thing. I know, let me finish my thought first, because I know that sounds stupid, right? Of course there's a truth, but like my mentality, especially with certain things, is there's a lot of truths out there. And it's important just to recognize that two things can be true at once. Two things can be false at once. That could be a truth too. Your way may be the best way, but in the moment, they may need a different direction. They may need a different choice, right? So, bro, I'm so hyped for the live action How to Train Your Dragon. Really? I am not as excited, I will say. I personally just don't. It's not even like I think the filmmakers are talented. I think the CG artists are talented. And I think the casting is good. I just don't approve of live actions in general. I'm gonna be completely honest. That are carbon copies of like original works. original animation, but that's just me. But I also know a lot of people in Europe and in the same boat that do love the How to Train Your Dragon. Feel like it's super who realize how good until they watch it. Yeah, I could see it. I just know there's a lot of people that are super excited for it. That are like the animated movie fans of the anime movie. So I don't know. I feel I'm conflicted because on one hand I want to see it succeed just because I support DreamWorks as a studio, and like live action How to Train Your Dragon is just supporting one of their IPs, and I am all for it. That being said, I'm just not a fan of pretending live actions are just improved versions of animated movies, which they're not. So maybe W, Carbon Copy announced part 2. I think they may mean it's the second movie of How to Train Your Dragon. That's part 2, but I could be wrong. I would be, if it's different, I will support it. Okay. I support original ideas, and if they do take some liberties, I'm here for it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in full panic mode at the beginning, and I also manage the people, so I stress out a lot. But it brought me way closer to my team. They're not afraid to talk to me, which I love. Yeah, I mean, that's like best team dynamic, honesty, right? Like anything you do, as long as you can communicate and just be like, I don't need you to fight with me. I need you to listen. We just need to get this done. Afterwards, we can talk about this, and they listen. Amazing. You know? Yeah, they're making second live action, so it's going to be different. Maybe some ideas from the book where Hiko's mother is the antagonist. Yeah, I mean, the thing with me, and this is like the biggest, I think, criticism I have of the live action, is it would have been more interesting is if they just based it off the book as opposed to the movie. You know, I know people have been like, wait, why isn't it like the movie, like the animated movie? This is weird. But I think it would have made it more interesting, and then it'd make people want to read the book. And I think that's a dub. That's a dub. And we have two, you can have two movies that are great, you know, that are different. Exactly. Yeah. No. I agree. Yeah, because I've had moments where I have tried to like rely on my team, and I've been in situations where because of communication, the team has worked out. But then I've also been in situations where because we weren't communicating, because there was so miscommunication, because so many people had ego trips, and this is coming from someone who is a film major and has worked on a variety of different film projects. If you want drama, just work on any film set, you'll get some. But the thing that separates successful ones or more successful ones than others is that there's a clear line of communication and understanding between the members. Because sometimes you just have to listen to the director, and then the director afterwards will apologize based on the behavior. And that's usually what's the most successful. It's just sometimes you get stressed out. Sometimes you'll yell. Sometimes you'll get angry. But as long as you apologize and clarify and then try and work to be better going forward and actually make an attempt, I think you're fine. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's just like, why am I getting, okay, I need to figure out what is going on here. Because I keep getting Xbox achievements for no reason. Like, actually crazy. I think it's just because my one of my brothers is playing on my account. That's funny. I'm just gonna uncheck all the notifications. Hopefully I stop getting these Xbox notifications. Sorry about that, guys. Just give me 1 sec. Okay, we're back. Okay. I met friends in film school too, and we all went through it with the industry. We found our way back to each other now. Nice. And that's what's dope. Like at the end of the day, like if you can make friends in the film industry, they're literally gonna be your rock. You know? You need some support. And the more people that you can relate to, that can relate to back, like can relate, not only you can relate to them, but they can relate to you. The fact that they can be open and honest, and really, I think just rolling over the emotions and smoothing out those emotions is important. You know what I mean? And yeah, and also like the fact that I think when it comes to communication too, just having sort of just, if we're going back to communication, it's also important to have sort of a vision in mind. And I guess you can consider that an element of communication with a team, is that everyone knows exactly what you're working towards, even if you're going into like technical aspects, which clearly that gets a little bit more complicated. But if you have a vision of like, hey, let's complete this project together because we want to make the best possible horror game, or we want to make the best possible movie, right? If everyone's on the same page there, and everyone is communicating that they have an interest and passion to see this project through, that is also a great team. Because I know teams too where one person does not give a shit about like the project. You know what I mean? And it's sad. It's really sad to see. I've seen it happen time and time again too. It's rough. Where, you know, someone holds back a project or says things on a project, and then it just makes the whole atmosphere uncomfortable because they have a gripe with someone and they no longer care about the project, and they've almost given up in a sense. So yeah, I mean, it happens. It happens, especially in film. It happens. Egos clash. People get way too emotional. Yeah. And I've seen it happen. I've gone through it. Like, I've been an offender before. Like, starting off, I feel like I've sabotaged some films. Like, of course, like, not consciously. Like, I was still learning, but, you know, they've said things to me. I should have put my foot down a couple of times and told them like, hey, we need to be on schedule. You know, hey, maybe we should work as a team. And I should have worked to like at least incorporate better. But yeah. Yeah, but like also, I think that's also like important, right? Is like especially when you're starting off too, everyone's going to make mistakes. Even experts make mistakes. You know what I mean? But it's like important to like, I think the most important thing is to fight through it, right? Stay strong, fight through it, you know, till the very end. Because you never know what's going to end up happening, right? Because I know for sure, at least, like a ton of examples of people that let one mistake get to them, and they've like straight up quit wanting to work in film, or quit wanting to work on a project, or just walking away from friend groups before. I've seen it happen time and time again, and it's not uncommon. Yeah, the bad people I'm talking about literally try to steal my IP, bro. It was ridiculous. Oh, I hate those people. Yeah. Yeah, those who claim, again, it's self-entitlement, it's ego trips, it's unwillingness to compromise, and it's the idea that whatever they do, they're infallible to criticism, you know? So, I mean, it happens. Like, that's rough. But it's also important to be like, you know, knowing when to draw the line, and knowing when to work with someone, and knowing when a team is functional and dysfunctional. And sometimes you have bad days. Like every film set has a bad day. Every team has a bad day. But what's important is if you guys can bounce back. And I think the best teams, if you look at the best teams, they make mistakes all the time. But if they can bounce back and without fighting, without infighting, without the petty insults, but straight up just, okay, we made a mistake, dial it back, let's reset from the start, you know? Those are the most successful teams, in my opinion. Because they will approach a situation and they'll hit the ground running. They'll like hit a wall and they'll just go, okay, take a step back, go around the wall, keep running straight. You know? So yeah, I mean, and this is again, you're right. It is common. It is very common for people to want to steal IPs. I know people who wanted to steal credit before, where they have like a role, and then they're like, well, let me do this, and they're like, well, say like, that's fine and all, but this is your job. Like, don't overstep. Like, let this person do their job. And then I've seen it straight up where, and this is like in the professional film industry, where an actor will literally take over like who's in charge of what and become a producer in a sense. And the infighting on film sets in the professional scene I've seen, it's crazy. Just crazy. And it's just because a matter of someone can't take the heat. You know what helped me? No matter what we are doing, we have long food breaks and everyone talks. Now, even in animation, it's the same team from the VR. And that's great. And if you have the same team, that's amazing, right? Because it shows loyalty. It shows that you've already gone through the process, and clearly it worked well enough where you can return and keep on doing it. You know what I mean? That you're now a walking example of what I'm saying. So that's awesome. Like, great job. But there's a lot of people who don't understand that. And it's not even a matter of like making fun of them or criticizing them. It's a matter of trying to help them. Because I know a lot of people who let their tempers get the best of them. I know a lot of people who that are very petty. And one wrong thing, tell them one wrong thing that they disagree with slightly, and they'll blow up in your face. And then they burned a bridge. You know? So many people could have been more successful, and so many people are talented, but because of their ego, it ruins them. And yeah, it's bad. And I stand my ground and fire assholes. Don't mess with my team. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. If you find a bad apple, like, get rid of them. And I'm talking about the people like, and this is like back to my point. It's like, you can tell the people who care and people who don't care about the project, right? For some people, it's just a paycheck, but as long as they do their job, it's like a whatever thing, right? But then you also see people who don't do their job and don't like the project, then kick them out because why are you on this project then, right? Why are you here, right? There's no point. Like, the point of a project is you're putting your passion in. And there's so many facets to a project when it comes to music, art, like the coding, the mapping out of levels, right? There's so much that goes into depth of just a video game. Same with film sets. Like, you have to have a passionate people within these different sectors of the game or movie or TV show to do their job successfully to make it the best it could be. One person slacks off and isn't passionate about it, it ruins the project. You know what makes me sad? So many people think I'm dumb because I'm nice, Mitchell. It really got to me. I gave up. But like, here's the thing. There are moments where that will happen. And it's just like sometimes, because I've been in that spot too, where I've let people take advantage of me. I've been taken advantage of on projects. I've been given people good grace and they've backstabbed me before. They've taken credit from me. They've done so many horrible things. And they've like name called me on sets before. They've talked down to me a lot because I don't know as much as they do because they're God apparently in their eyes. It's unfortunate, but like, and it will get to you. And there are times where I've walked away from projects. I've given up on projects because I'm like, it's not worth it. And they did look down on me. One guy even shut me up and requested the meeting to spoke to my best friend. She's like the creator. I won't lie. It was so much. I gave up. My friends got me back to this. Yeah. And I think that's awesome though, that you had friends that were able to pull you back. And like, I think personally, based on what you've been sharing, like the fact that it's just bad people. Like a lot of people who think that there's something wrong with them, it's other people convincing you that there's some imaginary problem wrong with you when in reality it's them, that they're the problem, not you. Because I've seen those types too. I've had to deal with those types. I've had people, honestly, I thought that I wasn't worthy of having like great friends until I hit college, because my high school friends were that toxic. Once I hit college, I put myself out there, fresh start, didn't know anyone, and people actually liked hanging out with me. And that was shocking to me, because I could have sworn the opposite. I thought people were annoyed with me, but that wasn't true. So I'm glad that your friends were able to like bring you back, because again, it's also a mental game, especially when it comes to the art field. It's these people. It's the toxic people. Remove them from your lives. Get them out of here. Like anyone who tells you that you're not good enough, and not even in like a constructive way, just straight up insulting you, talking down to you, belittling you, telling you you will never be great. They deserve to see the door. That's what I'm going to say. That's my PC word for it. Yeah, I also grew thick skin, so I'm ready for this. Yeah, and that's awesome. Yeah, and it's also like a learning thing too. Same. I was around very bad people until I met those awesome people. Yeah. And don't get me wrong. There are so many, I'm going to call them roaches. So many roaches in the industry. It is unbelievable. You also see it on the professional side too. How many awful directors there are. How many violations of human dignity, human rights happen on film sets. These professional film sets. And it's because some guy has like a big ego and doesn't like being told shit. And he doesn't listen, or he talks down to people because he has money and power and this other person does not. It's bad. And that's why I think people need to stick together, especially when it comes to any industry. If it comes to, especially the creative industry, because I've seen it time and time again of, you know, just awful horror stories of horrible directors, horrible producers. You know, I've seen like actors talk down to like production assistants and grips for trying to do their job because they feel like they're going too slow. You know, it's just the entitlement, and you gotta be wary of it. Yeah. No, bro, they say I'm good and steal my work and make it to my face. And it's so funny. All these people came back apologizing this year because I don't fight. I fire them and cut them off. As you should, though. As you should. Yeah, that's... Again, those people, they don't, like... I think, like, respect... Because this is something I did. You try and be respectful to others. Like, be respectful of others. But also, learn that respect is earned. So... if someone is disrespecting you consistently every single time without fail, just cut them off. Don't give them the energy. That's like, people think, oh, I'm going to yell at them. I'm going to ruin their lives. No, that's just going to eat you up more. Just cut them off. You know? Like, if they're going to continue acting the way that they are, then they don't get to see the fruits of your labor. They don't get to have those fun moments with you. And it is so much better that you get away from that. Because that's what happened to me. I was surrounded by people that made me feel like I wasn't that great. And the moment I got away with them, literally not even 6 months later, I found a great friend group. And I'm still friends with them to this day. We talk daily. And they respect me. They love hanging out with me. And I still look back at like the bad friends I had that I just completely cut out, which I didn't even block them or anything. I just made a new social media when I went to college, and I've just been using that. I just don't look at the other, not avoiding it. I just don't use it, you know? And that's how I think everyone should handle it. Just kind of vibe. And yeah, I wish they taught us it's okay to cut off toxic people at a young age. It literally changed my life. Yeah. Sometimes you just have to, like, you know, sometimes people are just poison, and just get rid of the poison. You'll get better. It's as simple as that, you know? And it's good to set, like, that's why, I mean, if we go back to our conversation our last stream about talking about being selfish. I think it is a good thing. It is a good thing to be selfish, okay? I was going to say selfless. It is a good thing to be selfish. Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. Because the number one thing I tell people to do, look out for number one, and that is you. Because I know too many people who are too caring, too kind, and end up being taken advantage of because they want to help someone who does not deserve the help, and drags them down and makes them feel horrible. And then they're wondering why they feel so horrible. Well, it's because of this person. It's as simple as that. So, yeah, that was a fun moment. But anyways, yeah, no, it's just, there are some people out there, I genuinely feel like this has also been sort of my thing. People are worried about, like, what if you cut them off, right? It's almost like Stockholm syndrome, right? If you cut them off and they don't do well afterwards, right? You should be their friend. You should, like, go to them because maybe you can change them, right? Maybe they'll be better. They'll learn. And people change, but don't do that. Like, my best advice for toxic people too is if they're relying on you but they're dragging you down, cut them off, because the best life lesson they can learn is hitting rock bottom. And they'll turn around realizing I have problems. They'll focus on themselves, and once they get better, they'll come to you, apologize, and then yeah, it's up to you to forgive them or not. And you could not forgive them. That's fine. But yeah, nah, yeah. Like, it's just a matter of, like, them pretending like, please, like, I don't have anyone else. Don't, like, turn your back on me. But it's like, you did all these horrible things to me. I turned away first. This isn't me turning your back. This had nothing to do with that, you know? It's like the guilt trip. So I know someone who's like that. I had an old friend. Yeah, if they change for good and them talking energy back, I confirm we're not friends. Yeah, exactly. Like, I know someone who, one of my old friends, isn't doing too well. And this is my high school friend that isn't really a friend. He was a toxic friend. He's not doing too hot. But all I said, and I told this to my parents, because I told them I really did not like this person because of what he did to me. He wasn't a prime offender, but he helped the offenders of making me, belittling me, and making me feel like I wasn't worthy of, like, praise or respect. Like, they didn't respect me, plain and simple. But I said, look, I wish for them the best. I hope that they wake up and realize that all they need to do is change their character, and they work on themselves and focus and get better. But I'm not hanging out with them anymore. I'm sending them good graces, but I'm not going to involve myself in their lives anymore. That is my responsibility to myself, you know? Because I respect myself more. Like, I feel like it's also like you have to respect yourself. And if someone, like, hurt you, don't go back to that person, plain and simple. Right? Yeah. And I see it bad. I think it's worse. Like, I luckily, it was just me for friends. I know people where it's straight up just like relationships. And when it's relationships, it gets ugly. Of people manipulating others and guilt tripping them and making them think they're the problem. And I'm going to say this right now. If you ever feel like you're in that situation and you're in a relationship and that relationship, no one should feel that way. No one should feel belittled. No one should feel put down. No one deserves that. Everyone deserves respect. And I believe everyone should respect themselves and choose the best course of action. And you will know it. I think that is a gift that has been given to all of us as humans, is we can recognize emotions. And if you can recognize when you are happy and feel comfortable versus when you don't. And it's like an inner feeling, an inner gut feeling. And if you don't feel that, you should remove yourself from that situation. That's just how it is. Right? It's just plain and simple. Because I've met people that, like, they were fun to hang out with, don't get me wrong, because they're very social. But I took a step back and, like, I'm like, would I really hang out with this person outside of the social setting? No? Okay. And I avoided so much drama from that. I avoided so many red flags just because of the vibe check, you know? If you can feel when something is off with a person or there's something more going on, you know? And I think it should be normalized. Social circles. No, not social circles, but inner circles. So I think what should be normalized is everyone should find the people in their lives. So family's one of them. Unless you're on really bad terms with your family and your family's really awful, then don't recommend that. But at least find someone or some people to put in what you would consider to be your inner circle. So this could be significant other, a spouse, a brother, a sister, a parent. Anyone in the inner circle is someone you can call anytime, be open with. They're going to help you out. You know, they have their best interests in mind. And then I have what I believe is sort of like the middle circle, which is people you're friends with. You love hanging out with all the time, but you won't open up to them completely. And then I have the acquaintance circle out of that, which is everyone you are friendly with, you get along with, but you wouldn't hang out with them regularly. You know what I mean? I think everyone should develop that. Because if you focus on those, you can focus your energy on who really matters in your life. And the people who don't respect you are on the outskirts of that circle. They are so far removed. You are already just focused on the people that like clearly care about you. And you'll realize, oh, I don't have time to hang out with these other people, right? Yeah, my best friend's the backbone. That's awesome. See, amazing. Amazing stuff. Yo, see Jacob World. Welcome. Welcome back. I know you popped in at the end of the last stream. So it's good to see you back. But yeah, I'm just very passionate when it comes to toxic friendships and socializing. Yeah, my story's so sad I won't go there, but thanks to my best friend, I got my life together. That's awesome. I'm happy. Van, yo, it's a reunion. Well, welcome back too. But yeah, I'm doing good. Man, I'm starting to have some regulars here. This is great. Some returnees. That's awesome. What do I do in my streams? Well, right now I'm just chatting. Like, honestly, it's just been like motivational advice right now and just kind of vibing to music, specifically gaming, Nintendo music. But I'm going to play Wuthering Waves starting on Monday, next stream. So, we're going to be playing video games going forward starting Monday. We're going to try that out. And hopefully it turns out okay. But yeah. I don't know. We're just going to see where it goes from there. Yeah, and I'll talk. I mean, I talk about anime. We've talked about K-pop on this channel. We're just talking about. I honestly, I'm down to talk about anything like pop culture. Like I majored in film and like filmmaking. That's my bread and butter. So anything related in the arts, animation, film, philosophy, I'm a sucker for that. So Sonic, yeah, we talked about Sonic for a while. Don't forget Sonic. Weeb. All right, where's the ban for YouTube for Indomitable? Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna ban Indomitable. Where are you, Indomitable? I'm just kidding. Yeah. Yeah, Misi. I'll let Misi know. I'll message Misi privately after. Yeah. Yeah. I'm so happy our shorts got 1K and 800 something views. Congrats. That's so sick. Oh, really? That's awesome. Congratulations. Yeah, but that's just kind of my thing. And I think also as you grow older too, that it is like I think everyone should seek out authenticity. Like transparency and authenticity should be valued so much more than it is. Because I feel like right now with social media too, everyone wants to pretend to have the perfect lives and have no problems and be flawless. But genuinely, the thing that I think people resonate with the most is just someone talking, right? That's why podcasts are big, because people like hearing people relate to situations or talk about their personal struggles, you know? if they have like similar family members and situations, right? So like it's just sort of like a weird thing for me too, because I've also been sort of that person who has been fake. Like, I'm not innocent in this. High school Sayorius here was weird, and I don't like talking about him because he was a very fake person. But I think what's also important to know is, like, even if you have these moments, even if you like, sometimes you just feel pressure. Everyone in high school, I feel, feels pressure to exaggerate a portion of themselves, or fake or hide things about themselves, right? To fear of ridicule, which does definitely exist in high school, right? But like as you grow older too, I think as long as you learn to grow away from that and learn just to be yourself and be less like focused on trying to be that person, I think it should be okay, right? That's just my thing, at least. You know what I mean? Man, what song is this, by the way? Athletic theme from Yoshi's Island. That's where I recognize it from. Okay. Yeah, I was so stupid. I was so stupid and naive in my bubble. Yeah. Oh, it was bad. Because my anime phase was in high school. It was bad. I was hiding like the stuff I was watching. It was cringe. I'm doing fine. Just thinking about deleting for my sanity. Ooh. Inzamo, you have it rough, huh? Yeah, Yoshi Island. Yeah. Yeah, but like, I don't know. It's just, again, it's just something that's a reality. It happens from time to time. But what can you do? What can you do? It's just, I think it's, sometimes I also believe in a thing called life, where in life, you're going to have to deal with stuff, they're not going to be pleasant. There are going to be some pretty hard hitting moments in your life, but it's all for the betterment of yourself, because you need to learn. And you learn because you have to deal with the hard times. You know what I mean? And it helps you grow into a better person. Like I don't regret. Oh, no. Let me rephrase that. I definitely regret some of the things I did in high school. I regret some of the things I did in college. Absolutely. And I'm sure I'm going to regret a lot of people I'm doing today. But yeah. Why is there no gift subs button? Because I'm still a streamer. I'm not affiliate, right? I think to have gift subs, you have to be affiliate. Yeah. I have to be an affiliate. I'm not affiliate yet. So that's why. In case you're wondering, Jacob. Bro, I'm done with maturing. I want to be a blob and float through life. Honestly, that is the final evolution of humans. It's just realizing, yeah, let me just exist. Yeah, we're almost there, Jacob. I'm trying to get to affiliate, because once we get to affiliate, then we could do more fun things with the stream. Yeah, and I'm 100% down. Yeah, thanks for asking, though. God's next lesson should be, can he handle a lot of money? Well, yeah. Honestly, yeah. That would be a good lesson. I also like the belief that I am so cool and I'm such a great person that God decided to nerf me like last minute. And that's why there's like all these crazy things that happen to me that I have to deal with, you know? Yeah, we need money. I love money. What song is this, by the way? City Trial, Kirby Air Ride. Ooh, nice. Another Kirby song. Yeah, because who cares? Also, like, I think it's also, like, to me, as you grow and mature too, isn't it cringe to pretend that you're not a fan of something? I think that's cringe. If you're a fan of anime and you're like, oh no, I don't like anime, that's cringe, dude. Why wouldn't you say you like something? Same thing with like K-pop. It's like like I don't like K-pop, and you're like the biggest K-pop fan. It's like, why lie? Like that's just cringe. Like, who are you benefiting? Someone who doesn't care about you, and you just want to make them feel better because they don't like the same interests as you? That's weird. Later, Alia. Later. Ask me near the end of stream. That's like a fun one to end stream. Yeah. We'll put a pin in it, okay? That's not a no, it's just a pin. But yeah, like, I don't know. But I think that's the part of growing up, though, right? Unapologetically a Sonic fan. You have to be weird in order to be cool. Well, here's the cool part about being weird, okay? The weirdest people with the most confident are the coolest people in the world. Like Weird Al Yankovic. He's the coolest person ever. And he's weird. It's in his name. He's weird. Like, look at like you could even say like Mark Hamill. Like, he plays the Joker. The Joker's a weird character, but everyone loves him. You know? Everyone loves Mark Hamill's voice. You know who's also weird? Jar Jar Binks. Yeah, Jar Jar Binks. And you know what? People actually, we'll skip that one. But you know what? Who's also weird? Indomitable. But people like Indomitable. People have been liking the JoJo Lands. They like how we're collabing Indomitable. He was a senator. So I think senators are fake people. They're not weird. They're weird for trying to pretend. Jar Jar Binks may be a senator. No, that does not. Bad Indomitable. No, I think that if you have, I think what we need to definitely work on as a society is promoting confidence. Because confidence does a lot for someone. Like having the confidence to put yourself out there. Having the confidence to take risks. Having the confidence to wear your weirdness like a badge of honor. You know? That's cool. You know? Like, I'm trying to get people to raid you, but I'm failing badly, LOL. Nah, you're good, Jacob. I appreciate the effort, though. I appreciate it, though. It's good, though. It's good vibes right now. But yeah, I don't know. That, I always... Here's also a thing, too. I'm a person who believes that everyone, we are all the same when it comes to us being human beings. We have all have values. We have things we care about. We have family, you know. We have friends. We have shared experiences, right? Despite cultural like differences, like as long as we communicate, we can find a lot of common ground. And that's like the beauty of humanity, right? But what people like, it's almost paradoxical in a sense. I think as we are so similar to each other, yet we are very different. And I think what we need to do is, I believe every person is different. Just like every person is unique, and because you're different doesn't mean you're better or worse off than someone. It's not like Naruto where it's like, yeah, he's different, let's bully him, you know? That's not what I'm saying. But it's also not like, oh, Naruto's, you know, the Hokage now. He's the number one, you know, person. He's the leader of the Leaf Village, right? That's not also what's happening here. This is a matter of, like, I firmly believe everyone is unique. And I think the best thing for everyone to do is just embrace it. Embrace what makes you unique. Enjoy what you enjoy. And if we can communicate with each other and have these conversations, it can make something beautiful. Because those differences, like that you can bring out in someone, like look at any big streamer. Everyone in the streaming scene, There's not a single person that's the same. And that's actually why I do love, like, unironically, one of my favorite overhated movies, in my opinion, Monsters University. Just because that message of look at all the, like, that one scene of them looking in the factory of Monsters Inc. when they invade, that one scene where they go in and Mike's super smart and wise in the scene where he goes, there's not a single monster that's the same. And I feel like that's the same with humans. There's not a single person, despite them being like, you could have two people from the same culture, like white and Catholic, you know, Indian and Hindi, right? Complete, like, two people of the same philosophy, same religion, same race, they'll still be different. And we should use that to our advantage. I think that's what's so beautiful. Like, we should stop falling into this mob mentality where you should gear your life around all being the same. And let's embrace, like, what's so cool about us is that we have our own experiences. We have similar experiences, but we're all very unique. So yeah, it's okay to be different because we all are. I love Queso Man. George is special, but the chaos that Queso brings is beautiful and he's just being himself. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and what's cool is, like, someone's like, well, which one's better? I'm like, doesn't matter who's better. Like, Queso may be better on some days when you're feeling down, but sometimes you want George's vibes, you know? Like, it could be a matter of, like, it depends. It could be a matter of, like, just, I like them both. It's okay to like them both. It's okay to like multiple people. Like, it's, and this is where I go back to too. It's like, can you love more than one person? I'm like, absolutely. Look at family members. Like, can you care for more than one person? Absolutely. I think there's an infinite amount of love to go around. However, be like our conversation before, be careful, of course, who you give that energy to, because not everyone deserves it. But for the people that do, absolutely, you can love as many people as you want. If you want to love, like you love your friends, right? Would you, like, of course you don't have your best friend, but that doesn't mean your other friends aren't important, right? It goes around, right? I agree, but I don't want to be like anyone. I'm happily me. Exactly. I won't lie. I love George so much, even though I'm dead silent in this chat. You know what? That's fair. Like, we love the lurkers too. If you're lurking right now in my chat, welcome. I'm so glad you're able to be here, because that also means a lot that you're spending time with me, you know? And you're enjoying my time. That's my goal. I want to be an entertainer. And if I'm entertaining you, that means a lot to me. Yeah, Queso goated. Yeah. I love Queso too. I think Queso puts out good vibes. And he's actually one of the, like, the biggest positive influences on the platform. Not gonna lie. No, Queso's great. But yeah, great example. Like, and that's how I feel too. Like, if you guys talk about streamers in my chat that you love, like, I'm not gonna get jealous that you guys like other streamers too, because that's like something that I learned growing up too. It's like, people can love more than one thing. It's something that's natural and you shouldn't fight it, right? Like, jealousy, I think, is something that it is a reality, right? You can't control how you feel sometimes, but you know, it's just good vibes. Like, I want people to be happy. And if you are happy in my chat, in someone else's chat, and happy in both chats, I'm happy for you, right? I just wish the best for everyone. Yeah, George knows I exist from the gifting and emotes. Really? It's crazy how he made 3 TikToks, then made it. Yeah, no, I heard, didn't he blow up on TikTok? That's how he, like, got his standing, right? His fame. Which, respect to him. Like, that's also, like, a weird thing for me too, because people are like, don't you hate TikTok? Isn't it brain rot? And I'm like, yes. But there are some good things that came out of TikTok, and Queso's one of them. Yeah. Yeah. Hey Vans, The Real Polish, Karuta Clan, and Kim Sama. And of course, George Clarkey. They're so fun and down to earth. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, and I love those streamers too. The ones that are down to earth. Like, that's why I love Dog VA. If anything, he's one of my favorite role models, because he's the same way. You can talk to him about anything, even controversies he'll address, but in such a, like, a respectful way. Whether it's like a major industry controversy or something with his friends. He's just been really respectful about it. And I like the fact that he'll just talk blatantly about it without fear of being canceled or, you know, fear of turning off his fans, which is like, I think a bigger fear among content creators is losing those fans that, you know, have been watching you for years. But I respect that. It means that you have integrity. So yeah, and I respect George. George is awesome. The fact that he rated me too was like legendary on his part. Yeah, I am forever grateful for George and you guys too for stopping by and sticking around too. I really appreciate it. George on the inside was good. Pause. But moving on. Yeah, but like, yeah, I love people just being themselves, and yeah, he's awesome. Yeah. Well, as long like I've always been a #1 advocate for like, especially as an artist and like learning about like, I used to be that guy on film set to be like, this is a weird storyline. Like this is a drama. It's corny as shit, you know? And I'd make fun of it in my head, not to them. Because that's the kind of person I was. And I wasn't the greatest person where I would be like, you know, I'd be looking down on them. Not directly to their face, but like in my head, I'm like, oh, really? Like they think they're all this hot shit. They're not. But that's not really a good mentality to have. And eventually I like was able to wisen up, meet some amazing role models. And then, you know, here we are. Where I feel like at least it's important to recognize your flaws and where you come from and where you've grown from, right? So yeah, it's just sort of like an interesting relationship. Oh, what happened? Did I do something? Okay, stream is still running, right, guys? Something just happened. Just give me a yes in chat. Is stream still running? Okay. Are you guys doing okay? Are you still there? Do I have to perform CPR? Because it just said Remux recordings, and I'm a little bit worried that... Okay, cool. Okay, we're good. False alarm. Just want to make sure. Yeah. I don't want to grow anymore. I'm happy being a blob. Yeah. Thank you, Indomitable. I won't ban you this time, okay? I'm just going to put you in timeout. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, Indomitable. I'm kidding. Yeah, it's by the same name. So I'm actually multi-streaming right now, Jacob. So I have it, Sayoria's same name. It's on YouTube. But yeah, you can chat like in YouTube chat like Indomitable is. You'll have the YouTube icon, or you can continue in Twitch. Funny enough, like despite me being on YouTube and Twitch, I think Twitch is just resonating more with me. And I think maybe it was George's help, absolutely. But I think it's just because I think Twitch is just the better platform too for a community and just chatting. I think the YouTube crowd doesn't understand it, quite frankly, yet, because they're at least on average, because they're more. It's a different style of audience over there. That's why I'm multi-streaming, because I'm like, I want to keep the recordings without doing all the work of like cross-referencing everything. And Twitch is really bad about that, but YouTube's really good about that. So yeah. Yeah, but like honestly, that's just kind of like where I've been so far. It's just kind of like I'm here for the vibes, and as long as I can like try and just I just want to comment on stuff. I just want to talk, you know, whether it's talking about like my interests, talking about like this, for example, where it's sort of a serious talk, right? Do you know when I can gift? When I reach affiliate. So actually I can pull up the stats right now, Jacob, if you want. Or like the requirements, eligibility requirements. I just have to go in and look at creator dashboard. Where are you? Where are we at? Wait. We just got to affiliate already. What? We're affiliate. How? Oh, wait. Okay. Technically. Okay, technically I'm not affiliate yet. I have to apply. But Jacob, I'm applying, okay? Yeah, get started. And then we can do gift subs. Okay. I'll do this later. I'll do this after stream because it's all the filing. But trust me, by Monday I will have applied. I can promise that at least. Do it live. Okay, okay, Indomitable. I'll make sure to put in my credit card information to live. What else do you want? My social security, my internet address, my location on Google Maps. What else is there anything else I'm missing, Indomitable? Huh? Yes? Okay. Yeah, a list of my family members, emergency contacts, credit cards. So it's all 8 o'clock. So 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah. 3 wacky digits on the back. Oh, where is it? 0. Are you writing this down? Just kidding. Yeah, that's actually super exciting. Because my goal, I mean, I said this before. I wanted to get to affiliate by January. That was the goal. I think we already... I think we may have gotten it a little bit early. Yeah. Thank you. So I guess Monday will be the celebratory stream. Dang, I didn't kick in because I could have sworn it said I had to stream one more day. So I thought today was gonna be the day, and I had a couple more hours. But apparently not. Apparently I'm all set now. Yeah, stream on 12 different days. Oh no, that's partner. 7 different days. Yeah, that was the last requirement. Yeah. Yeah, commit identity theft in the name of your name. Sayo theft. Oh, dude, if you Sayo theft me, I'm gonna Sayo murder you. How about that? How do you feel about them apples, huh? I'm gonna Sayo murder you with my Sayo sword. With my giant Sayo robot. You know. Theftorious. Wow. Wow. Well, I guess we're gonna... That's exciting. So that answers your question, Jacob. We'll get gift subs in by Monday. And I'll also figure it out. I'm gonna do so much research because now I can look up videos of like what to do when you're affiliate, and I think I get like access to a lot more. And yeah, maybe I'll work on custom emotes. Who knows? I at least start it. I won't go crazy with it, but it'll be something over time that we can work on as a group. That was funny though. Oh my gosh. The Empire business streamed for almost 500 hours total. I'm already at 431. What? I told my best friend about the night thing. It cracks me up. Oh, by the way. So, Jacob, I forgot. Wait, Indomitable. Yeah, we knighted you too, right? Indomitable? I think we did. So we did go knighting each other. So I have a question for you. Since you are a Sayo knight, because you are a part of this chat, you are a part of this community. What is your superpower? And what is your knight name? So mine, we agreed. Mine, I have pyro abilities. I can control fire. Indomitable can control the power of kindness. Alia. No, that one's Lumi. That's Lumi, Alia. That's a different one. That's Loopy Knight. That's his name. Yeah, Loopy Knight. And then Knight Alia, you were sorry, you were, because this is the Sayo Knights. Weren't you, was it Knight? What was your name? Knight Alia, right? Or Warrior Oos. My apologies. How could I forget? Warrior Oos with the power of what was your power? Radiation abilities, right? Yeah. Warrior Oos. No. I forgot. Yeah. Warrior Oos, Night Oos. It's interchangeable. It doesn't matter. Yeah, so you come up with a night name. So if anyone wants to join and message in chat, you come up with a night name and you come up with a superpower. And it's really cool because, like, for example, we have someone named Misi who is God Knight, who has the power to throw lightning at people. Yeah, radioactive control. Yeah, so you're basically walking Chernobyl. I mean, that's a cool ability. It's cooler than Loopy Knight. Whatever the hell that is. Oh, man. Yeah, all calculations include premiums, reruns, subscriber streams, and watch parties. Okay, cool. Maybe I should, I should make that in our bio. It's like, if you join chat, come up with a night name and a superpower. Like, it should be listed, that if you are a Sayo Knight, you get these. Yeah. Yeah, you are. Yep. That's crazy. Well, what's your summon? Mothman? Is that what it is? Is it like Jujutsu Kaisen, where you like do some jitsu, right? Or jutsu, and then all of a sudden Mothman appears right behind you or something? As like a spirit? Ah, man. One guy just told me off for trying to raid you. Really? I'm so sorry, Jacob. If people are telling you off, you don't have to worry about it. I told you, I gotta figure out how to do it. Gift subs first. Yeah. I'm sorry that happened though. Yeah, sometimes streamers can be mean. Okay. Let's get into something that I've been wanting to talk about, and that's toxic streamers, okay? Because that is something that I will promise you guys I'm going to try and steer away from completely. It's the streamers that talk trash about their audience. It's about those who like don't build healthy communities, those who harass the public, right? You'll think about your summon. Okay, just get back to me on that one, Alia. Yeah. Like, the fact that he told you off, I'm like, yeah, I get it, but like, be nicer about it, That's crazy. That's why I don't support anyone. I nitpick. Thank you. And that means a lot to me. Yeah, I think honestly, I think the reputation of streamers in the public, especially with nuisance streamers, on the rise, especially in like Asian countries, right? It's like, I get why people don't like streamers. Because a lot of streamers do some really messed up things. That being said, I also feel really bad for, just anyone like me or George or Queso who gets the slack of being a streamer. Just mentioning you are a streamer, you're tied into those. I get it, but at the same time, it's tragic. You know what I mean? Like, don't punish the whole class, Miss Frizzle. Please, don't punish us. It was Tommy. It was him. It wasn't us. I swear. We didn't put gum in your hair. It's just kind of like that. It brings me back to the days when the teachers think that they were all high and mighty and thought they were doing a good thing by punishing the whole class because one kid just continuously did not listen and always laughed about it. Yeah, but we know you guys, so it's okay. That's good. And thank you. And I appreciate it. I appreciate the compliments. I think everyone, you know what this chat should do? I think everyone should compliment each other. Everyone should be lifting each other up. It should be support across the board. Not even just support for me, but support for you guys too. Like, I loved our conversation the other stream, the other day when we were talking about like projects and motivating yourself to be better, a harder worker, never give up. finish the project to the end because, you know, that's who I want to be. Is if I can help create, like motivate someone to create something cool, the net positive of the world is going to go up. So, yeah. All good things. All good things. Do you post clips on TikTok like we grow on viewers? So I used to post on TikTok a lot. I'm just posting on YouTube Shorts for now. Because TikTok, I am scared of TikTok because of what they literally banned TikTok. And I just don't like the algorithm right now. So I've been just trying to focus on one platform, and that's YouTube. I'm trying to edit VODs now on YouTube. So it's been VODs and shorts on YouTube. So I have I think 3 I made already that's posted. So you can probably check it up over there. Also, welcome back, Dodudit. Yeah, I post on Instagram and shorts. Instagram actually was really cool. Yeah, Instagram, I'm gonna be honest, I also don't watch TikTok. I'm not obsessed with TikTok. So that's also a thing for me where I don't even use the platform. So I don't know why I would just post there if I don't use it. But YouTube Shorts, I watch religiously. Like Instagram Reels, I watch religiously. So I've been posting there occasionally. What games do you play? Ooh, okay. So I have played on stream before Minecraft. I've done Fortnite. Genshin Impact's my main one. Genshin Impact's huge. Because one, I like anime, and I feel like anime is just a chill game to play. Genshin Impact, and then now I'm doing Wuthering Waves. So I'm gonna start Wuthering Waves. I may return to Genshin Impact. But honestly, I'm just trying to get used to it because I'm excited for the open world Anata and all these awesome open world games that are coming out soon that I want to try and play on stream. So honestly, it's just practice for that. But yeah, I've been a big fan of gachas. But I'll occasionally boot up like Marvel Rivals. That's also been kind of my fad. Yeah. Yeah, you should play Minecraft again. Indomitable, I'm going to kill you. Oh. You like card games? Let's do Among Us, all of us before someday. You lost me at gachas. Okay, Von. Or Van. Is it Von or Van? I just called you Von. That's so funny. I know gachas are not for everyone, but especially I think I dodged a bullet because if you look at AAA titles nowadays, they're trying to bump up that sucker to $80. Nintendo, big offender. AAA titles, big offenders. So I feel like I'm dodging a bullet by wanting to play the free-to-play games with microtransactions, okay? Okay, Van. There we go. Marvel Rivals mentioned. Marvel Rivals, amazing example. I probably spent the most on that game specifically just for the skins. No, you're good. Yeah, maybe Among Us. I feel like Among Us has just become... I don't know. I'll have a love and hate relationship with Among Us. There's just some of the Among Us fan base where I'm just like... But yeah, Among Us is a fun game. A really fun game. Play Yu-Gi-Oh! What do I look like? I have the, like, what is it? Blue Eyes White Dragon deck? No, I don't. I'm not Kaiba. I'm not made of money. I'm ranked number one in the world? Really? That's crazy. Sidemen Among Us vids. Oh, yeah, no. Those are great. I don't watch the Sidemen. I have seen their Among Us games, though. They're so funny. Yeah, Sidemen goated. Yeah, I like the vibes of Sidemen. The Sidemen are great. Honestly, here's my take. I know it's going to piss off some people. Not people here. But I prefer Sidemen over FaZe. Or any of, like, the esports crowd. I think Sidemen do all, like, these fun things. That's just my opinion. Also, I just don't like the, like groups like FaZe and stuff. Like, I just personally don't like their vibes. It's just a personal preference kind of thing for me, right? Like, it should be about just having fun. And I feel like even if they're joking and they're ribbing on each other, I'm just like, this reminds me of, like, frat bro activity. you know, stereotypical frat bro activity. Okay, individual members, that's a whole nother conversation. Like Sketch is cool. Yeah. Phase's most flip farm. Yeah, that too. Oh, thank you, Nightbot. So funny story. So Nightbot here is something I added. I forgot I put him in, but every certain amount of messages, he will post my link to my YouTube. So I think Sketch is in Phase, right? I can also type it up right now. I can confirm it. Yeah, Sketch is in Phase. Yeah, I love his "What's up, brother." Yeah. Well, I will give FaZe respect. How they responded to the Sketch controversy, which isn't even a controversy, let's be honest. It's just a bunch of weirdos online. But the way they responded to the Sketch situation, I thought was like really well handled. So I give FaZe props for that. Like that was good. That was good on their part. Right? Did you hear about that, Alia, too? I didn't expect it from them. They really care about him, which was amazing to see. Yeah. And that stuff, I feel like, what's funny is to me, it's like, if they posted more stuff like that, where it's just like less them like trying to play a bit and more like genuine moments like that, I think they could also be like way bigger than they are, right? Yeah, I'm on Twitter. I couldn't escape it. Yeah. It was a scary situation. Because even, didn't Sketch say, like, if I wasn't there, or if FaZe didn't reach, like, Banks didn't find me, like, I don't know where I would have been. Like, that's insane. That is so sad. That like, something could have happened. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, you saved yourself. Because it's gotten a lot worse. I'm still on there. Because I do like a lot of the artists on there and their art that they post. And I do like how user-friendly the platform is, but yeah, no. In terms of like the content, like the major content on there and the algorithm and now the AI push, it's bad. All the bots too. Like, it's practically unusable if you don't know what you're doing. So. Yeah, Van, I understand. Yeah, no, but that's crazy. Like, I did try. Okay, here's the thing. I did try to download Blue Sky after like all the craziness was happening. But yeah. You're so right, Van. You are so right. Yeah. Like, I stopped linking stuff to my channel. Like, I just post if I'm going to be like my opinions about shows. Like, and then post my schedule for Twitch. That's it. Like, I don't even post like direct links anymore. Because I'm just like... Like, maybe I'll post like... See, the only time I use like Twitter too is like maybe if people want to see like snapshots of like BTS photos of like selfies of me. But aside from that, I'm just like, there's no point. Like, I think... Who's active on... Yeah, CDawg VA. I keep gushing over him, but he posts a lot on X still, and so I like looking at his posts. Yeah. It's just him vibing. Connor. Oh, you know Connor? Yeah, I grew. See, here's the weird thing. I got into Trash Taste through Garnt and Joey. But funny enough, I grew out of watching their video. No offense to both of them. They're still great people. I just fell out of love with their content. Connor, though, he was someone I didn't know anything about. I actually started watching his older videos and then I got hooked on it. I'm still a big fan of Connor. Out of the three, Connor's my favorite, hands down. I like his vibes. I like that he's Welsh and he's a monkey. Yeah. You know what? That's fine. Well, that's fair. And Connor, the thing I like about Connor too is like, he to me is like who I want to like emulate with as a streamer, just because he did IRL content and I think he did the way you were supposed to, which is still be very respectful, but you're still having fun, right? With friends. You know, he's not afraid to put himself out there. He's friendly with everyone. He's like respectful, like honest, confident. I'm like, dang, he's like who you should be. Yeah. CDawg VA. Yep. Yeah, like I feel like if you sorry, I got distracted there because I was looking at I have my phone here. I was looking at Connor's Twitter for a sec. Or sorry, I call it Twitter because I don't respect X as a name, you know? Can you blame me, right? But yeah, I'm looking back over it and like everything, like if you look at Connor's history, everything he's done from the start has been wholesome. Maybe albeit a little cringe sometimes with like the prank calls, but like for the most part, I feel like he's just been like an honest dude who just wants to have fun, you know? And that's like also like my aim with streaming too. Yeah, no, I completely understand it, right? Yeah, that's fair. I forgot there's a delay too here. But for me at least, Connor is like someone I want to be because he is like one, he hasn't really had any big controversies. If he's had any controversies or been involved, he handles it professionally. You know, the fact that I don't know, I just watch him and I'm like, he's not the type of person to like want shock value content, right? He doesn't want to grow and, you know, become viral because of a controversy he's in, right? Or something he says that's insane. He's always just been about chill vibes and helping the people around him, right? So, Cringeorious, fuck you, Indomitable. Anyways. I don't know. That's just, I don't know. That's who I want to be because I think it's also reflective of like, you may make it big as a streamer or content creator, but if you look into the past and dig on like how you became famous, I think it's reflective of like that you should be held responsible for that. And for me, when I'm starting off, I don't want to be like an edgelord. I don't want to grow because of like the edgy content I make, right? So that's just who I am personally. Damn. Sorry, I got distracted for a sec. National Park, Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I think it's the wrong title. National Park. Yeah, it's the wrong. I think it's a Kirby song. Yeah. It reminds me of a Kirby song. Yeah. And the fact that I got affiliate now, I mean, I'm closer now to partner. That's huge. Right? Would you rather fart every time you sneeze or sneeze every time you fart? Okay. See, what if you're like Goju Satoru from JJK and it's like the red and blue, right? And you're making hollow purple. Like instead of like farting and sneezing, like every time you sneeze you fart and every time you fart, you sneeze. What if you do it simultaneously so it blends together to like this new sound effect, right? Exactly. The optimal answer is sneezing every time you fart. Wait, no, hold on. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you do it at the same time. They'll never know your next move. That's why you do it. Because air is coming out both ways. A snart. Yeah. Also, if you sneeze loud enough, you can hide the sound. So people are like, what was that? And no embarrassment. There you go. It also depends on how loud, right? Like, or it depends on like how embarrassed you want to be. Do you want to be embarrassed at the start, get it over with, or embarrassed afterwards where it's this lingering effect, right? Here, real quick, before I forget, I'm dropping this in the chat. Hollow Brown shits himself. I like you, Van Van. You get it. You understand. You understand. Rhymes with grug. I have no idea. Well, what are you trying at, Indomitable? Game respects game. Hey, we're shaking hands. Shaking hands. What happened? I got attacked by my cat. Don't worry about it. We're having an intellectual, it's a conversation between academics here, okay? This is Aristotle and Pluto. Wait, who are the three philosophers? Or Plato. Why do I say Pluto? Aristotle, and Plato are having a conversation here. Yeah, there we go. Of course you would know, Indomitable. You're the history buff. Pluto was a Roman god? Yeah. Okay, yes, I know that. He's also one of the mascots for Disney. You know, Mickey Mouse's dog. Very famous dog, by the way. Super famous dog. I heard that Pluto is such a great dog, he helped save Christmas one time by acting as a reindeer when Santa needed it. Lore accurate Pluto. I love cats. Cats are great. See, okay. If you have the conversation of what do you prefer, cats or dogs, my answer without fail every single time is gonna be both. Because I've had both and both have been fine. It's just some days you're gonna feel like a cat person and you're gonna love having a cat, and some days you're gonna feel like you're a dog person and you like a dog. That is my take. I know. Yeah, you have not 8. Well, cats are nice because cats, you can like, they're quiet for the most part. They're not like barking in the middle of the night. They're quite minding their own business. Sometimes they'll curl up if you're nice to them. Dogs, on the other hand, yeah, they'll curl up to you if you're nice, but they'll be loud. When they want to play with you, they won't leave you alone because they're very dependent on you. So it really depends. It's not all dogs and cats. Of course, there are some differences. Some dogs act more like cats in a cat-like way, and some cats act more playful like dogs, where you can't stop hearing them meowing. That's my grandma's cat. My grandma's cat can't stop meowing for food. She's like, meow, meow, meow. And my grandma's like, shut up. It's crazy. Also, 8 cat. Wait, I just saw that too. Wait, 8 cats? You have the stupid cats? What does that mean? The lazy cats? I love the lazy cats. They mind their own business. Or are you talking about the cats that meow, 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 meow? Oh, the rescues? Oh, that's so sweet. That's actually really nice. Yeah. My current dog right now is a rescue too. So yeah, we love rescue pets. Yeah, we are definitely a dog and cat channel. I will support animals. If you have cute doggos and cats, support. My mom is allergic, so no cats from me. That's adorable. No, they're confused and stupid. None of them are smart. None. What about reptiles? Well, do you have like a snake or something, Dadudit? Do you have like a lizard, tortoise? You have Godzilla in your backyard or something? I mean, I'm cool with that. What about fish? I've had a fish before. You know what my fish's name was? Fishy. Fishy was such a good fish. I love Fishy. I miss my dog. Yeah. I'm sorry to hear, Indomitable. Yeah, I miss my... So I've had 2 cats before. Like, rest in peace. I've had a cat or a fish named Fishy. Yeah. But man, I love pets. And it hurts. But I also like to remind myself, too, of the good times. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what's funny story about my fish? I won my fish at a carnival, and my parents were shocked that I won something, so they like had to buy like an aquarium tank. And this is a goldfish. Fishy grew to be big. He was a big boy. Yeah. And Fishy's no longer with us. But Fishy was like the leader of the pack. Like I won more carnival games. We got more fish. And so we put him in the tank. And despite everything we did, I think the other fish were contaminated. And that's why Fishy ended up not making it. But Fishy was a good fish. Same with my cats. Love my cats to death. Yeah, I miss my cat. One died. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure too, wherever we end up, I'm sure we're going to see our pets again, you know? And the beyond space, I will say. So, like, I can't wait for that, because that's going to be cool. It's going to be a good moment. Yeah, no, pets are the best. I know someone. Yeah. Ooh, you're gonna name drop the names of your cats? Go ahead. Are you being serious? You named one of your cats Baldy? Gerbil, 1, 2, Angela, and Dust. Okay, so we have Dingus, Bingus, Baldy, Gerbil, 1, 2, Angela, and Dusty. And 1 and 2 are separate names, right? Okay. Honestly, that's pretty sick. And is 1 and 2 just like their own things? That's a name, right? Baldy found me from the street and he had a bald spot from a ringworm. Oh, okay. I understand now. And I give street cats food in my house, but if he stayed in front of my doorstep, so I took him in. Oh, that's so sweet. Like that. Wait, that's actually a sweet story. Yeah, he survived and now he's with me. Oh, that's so sweet. I'm glad you were able to help him out too. See I love pet owners. Like you can tell when like you take good care of your pets, right? And you have funny stories like that. That's cool. Sorry, real quick. This song goes so hard. Yeah, they all came with this from the street. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you were able to help them out. That seems nice. No, that is nice. Why did I say it seems nice? No, that is really nice. So, yeah, you should feel really proud. That's cool. Yeah, we support cats and dogs on this channel, like I said before. Even reptiles, like whatever Dadu Dit said. Gerbil's story? Yeah, go ahead. The floor is yours. Let's hear about Gerbil's story. He's a menace. Uh-oh. Was he like a troublemaker or something? Oh, yes, and he still is. I was with him. He was attacking me the whole time, and I was chatting here. Wait, really? Like, sitting in this chat? Yes, he's my boxer cat. That's why replies took time. Oh, okay. Yeah, because you're fighting off your cat. That's why. That's funny. Bum, 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 bum. I like the song. You know what I'm also curious about though with cats though? Like the one thing, so I don't have a cat, so I'm actually away from home right now, so my dog is still at home and I miss her dearly. But my roommate has a cat. And after you're done with your story, I want you to like answer like, do they like to like, I think they have like an emotional attachment to some people, like some strangers sometimes. So me and my best friend regularly go to a cafe and we rescued Dusty from there. So a lady ran to us when she was like, there's this crazy cat fighting other cats and he nearly drowned. Wait, what? Is this like John Wick of cats fighting every other cat? What? All right. And my boy was picked from the water, still trying to fight the cats. And my boy somehow found me and loved me. And now he boxes me for rent. That's funny. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, it's also crazy. Hold on, the Wii Sports music is dropping right now. Yeah, so that's how, I mean, that's why he got the name Dusty, right? I'm assuming. Or is this Boxer? Oh, Dusty. Yeah, no, this is Dusty. Okay. Bum 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 bum. No, he's oh, the boxer's gerbil. Oh, okay. Sorry, I got like confused there for a sec. So Gerbil's the one that was John Wick. Gerbil Wick. That's what he is. Instead of what is it? Instead of like, you know, John Wick's dog biting the biting it, it turns out to be the owner that gets is the one that gets killed. Gerbil Dusty is a girl and her favorite color is fave. Oh, so it's a name, Gerbil Dusty. Okay. Her color's faded, so she always looks dusty. Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense though. That makes sense though. Bum 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 bum. Oh, Dusty's the girl. Oh, you didn't put a comma. I thought Gerbil Dusty was one name. I was confused for a sec. Gerbil's on. So Gerbil Wick. Okay. Yeah. So Gerbil is Wick, John Wick, and Dusty is the girl whose colors are faded. Got it. Got it. Why does this go so hard? All these Nintendo songs are good. How was your day? Me? Pretty good. So, okay, so here's the thing. Sorry, I got like this notification from someone. So at least right now, I don't know. So the tough part right now about today is I have a day job too. So after my day job, I have to stream. So I mean, here's the thing. I love streaming. It's just my day job's just kind of exhausting because it's a lot of like heavy intensive being out in the sun. Especially if anyone knows anything about Florida right now, it is so hot outside. And so the fact that I have to work outside is like just exhausting by itself. But it's also a customer service related job, so it has its caveats here and there. So Yeah. Wow, I just realized if I just pull up this screen right now, because I'm pulling up chat right now onto my other monitor. Look at my space. It's like blown out. That's crazy. But yeah, no, it's been really good. Especially because I found out that I just got affiliate, which is insane. So yeah, you can stream for shorter hours to have more time to sleep. Well, I also don't want to do that per se because I'm trying to get used to streaming longer hours, which is like, and I don't mind it too. Again, streaming's not the one that's exhausting to me. It's my day job and because I start in the morning. If I want to cut down hours, I wish I got paid the same if I cut down hours. But yeah, the Grindorious, we don't stop. Yes, we celebrate. Yeah, I'm actually, so right now I'm kind of multitasking right now. I'm sending stuff to my phone and all this craziness because I'm preparing for something. Yeah. Yes, you are right. The Grindorious does not stop, Indomitable. It really doesn't. Okay. Okay, fun. Yeah, how's your day been though, Alia? And Indomitable too. How's your day been? Like, I feel like as much as I love talking about myself, I also want to hear about your guys' stories because you like to talk about your cats. The fact, like, honestly, I'll comment Alia Dub. The fact that you got all those cats and you have a cat named Dusty who's John Wick. Wait, no, sorry. Gerbil is John Wick. Dusty's the girl, right? Whose colors are fading. Like, all these cats, you know, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm going to get it eventually. I have to get used to names from people too. Because sometimes I'm like, you look like a Daniel. And they're like, my name's Josh. I'm like, cool. It's going to take me a little bit. You know? There's just sometimes like faces that I put names to and then it's not their name. And then I have to get used to it not being their name. So. Yeah, of course. Oh, wait, did chat reset? Uh-oh. Okay, I am... So, something's going on. Are you still there, guys? We're still streaming, right? Okay. Uh-oh. I think chat stopped because I was messing with something on Twitch. So you can't see it right now. I think I got logged out. Uh-oh. Hi. Yeah. Well, YouTube's fine. I think my Twitch got kicked out. Hold on. Oh, God. Yeah, no. Oh, no, Twitch. Yeah, you can't see chat on my screen. Okay. All right. So here's what we're going to do. Okay. I am going to take a hiatus. But not like my previous hiatuses. This is just going to be for 10 minutes. So it is 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. I will return to stream. I'm just going to throw up this right here, okay? Just so everyone's aware, I am not ending stream. I'm just going to go into my settings real quick, re-sign into everything so we can see chat back on screen, okay? We will be back in 10 minutes. Please don't go anywhere. We will be back, okay? I just got to figure out some things. I'll let the music play. All right. I know I'm a little bit early, but I think we're back. So, let's try it. Uh-oh. What? Join Twitch today. I did. Hold on. Can someone in Twitch chat just type something for me? Just so I know it, like, we got back on. Because I have to, it's making me sign back in. And that's why you don't mess with Twitch settings when you are streaming. Because it's going to make you do so many different verifications. Which we love, by the way. We totally love the verifications over and over again. All right. Will you let me type something in chat finally? Hold on. Are you working? Please work. Uh-oh. Whoops. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Can I talk about a flashback? Hold on, I'm gonna redo that one more time. Are we relinked? That's the question of the day. Refresh. Uh-oh. You guys all went away. Uh-oh. Streamer bot. Help. Here, I think I gotta stop the server, restart the server, try that again, and then if I go platforms, log out, log back in. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. We're logged back in. Okay. We are ghosts now. We are pretty much ghosts. I am talking to myself. There's no longer a chat here. That's what's happening. I'm just going to re-sign into everything. There we go. Now, let's do it one more time. No. No. Work, please. Ah! It says it's connected. What the heck? What's happening? We want to see something. Okay. Let's do this then. If it doesn't want to work, then we'll go. That's so weird. Yeah. Oh, I think it's just. Yeah, no, it's bad. All right. So what I'll do, because I'm having technical difficulties, it's not even YouTube. I don't think YouTube's working either. So I have to work on things because apparently now I hate to do this. I'm not going to do this. This is not a habit. This is a very once in a lifetime situation. Okay. I'm going to end stream early, but here's what we're going to do. Okay. I'm going to end stream early just because one, I mess with settings on Twitch. Twitch does not like me. Oh, it just signed me out again. Fun. So here, honest talk. I'm going to end stream today. I feel bad because I let you guys on for 10 minutes and that's bad as a content creator. Don't do that. Don't do what I did. Yeah, we are celebrating on Monday. It's going to be a huge celebration. So I'm ending early to prepare for that too. But I'm going to try and get this working again because I love having both chats up. We're going to figure out what the hell happened, right? I hate this stupid thing. Yeah, it's out of my hands. Thank you. I appreciate it, Alia. I appreciate it. Number one fan there. Thank you. But I want to thank everyone, even the lurkers. You guys are awesome. Thanks for watching. And thanks for spending time. We did talk for almost 2 hours, so that's good, right? But ideally, I'm going to shoot for 4 hours. Like, ideally, it is 4 hours that I'm looking for as a content creator. That's just going to be, even when I game, I'm going to do like 1 hour for talking, like 2 hours of gameplay, and then maybe another hour of talking. Because I want this to be a channel where we all can vibe. We can have these conversations of like improving our lives and just talking about the next current thing. And yeah, just enjoying ourselves. So, just because I feel really bad, Alia. And I really do feel bad. I gotta do this. Okay. I have to do this to make up for it. Where's my channel? Okay. Where's my current? Okay. Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm looking for something very specific. Oh yeah. Okay, there we found it. Just because I feel bad. Yeah. Here, all I gotta do is I gotta switch the audio sources in OBS. Man, I love technology. It's great. Let us end it on a high note. This is not the end. This is the very beginning. We are just getting started. This marks the end of week 1 of many to come. So thanks for stopping by. We're just getting started. I'm so embarrassed. I thought the music was playing. I forgot the Chrome has to. That is actually embarrassing. No wonder no one was reacting. We gotta end it on a high note. There we go. Yeah. You know me, the fighting freak Knuckles, and we're at Pumpkin. There we go. I was like, what? Elliot, I thought you wanted this. Now you can hear it. That's so yeah, what a way to end it. I can't see a thing, but it's around somewhere. I'm gonna hold my head cause I have no fear. This probably seems crazy, a graveyard theory. Our ghosts try to approach me and got leery. Ask him a question and he vanished. We celebrate Monday! Yeah! I'm hearing someone saying you a chicken, don't be scared. It had to be the wind cause nobody wasn't there. I searched and I searched as I climbed up the wall. And then I started to fly, I went in deeper. Let it get to me, I'm just gonna creep. Down Pumpkin Hill, I got to find my lost piece. I know that it's here, I sense it in my feet. The great emerald's power allows me to feel. I can't see a thing, but it's around somewhere. I gotta hold my head, I have no fear. It probably seems crazy, a graveyard theory. A ghost try to approach me, he got leery. Just gonna creep down in Pumpkin Hill. I got to find my lost piece. I know that it's here. I can sense it in my feet. The great emerald's power allows me to feel. I can't see a thing, but it's around somewhere. I'm gonna hold my head cause I have no fear. This probably seems crazy, a graveyard theory. Our ghosts try to approach me and got leery. Ask him a question and he vanished in a second. I'm walking through valleys, crying pumpkins in the alley. Didn't seem happy, but they sure tried to get me. Had to back him up with a fist metal crackle. I'm hearing someone saying you a chicken, don't be scared. It had to be the wind cause nobody wasn't there. I searched and I searched as I climbed. We fixed it! We fixed it! Yeah! 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 you can see, chat. Okay, we're good. We're good now. We're good. The power of Pumpkin Hill. Okay. But I still agree we are going to be ending it. Unfortunate, I know. But that is the power of Pumpkin Hill. And I feel like we got chat to be working, so we are ready for Monday. And now that I'm affiliate, I got to fill out a couple of things paperwork-wise. So, man, I got to do that real quick. But, yeah. Thanks for stopping by once again, everyone. Sorry for the awkward stream today. I know it's much shorter than it's supposed to usually be. But yeah, I mean, sometimes that happens. Short stream, you know. Sometimes I've seen streamers do 30 minutes sometimes. So I'm glad at least I got like a good 2 hours in of solid content. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Before we go, of course, I like to jump to my favorite outro song. So thanks for watching, everyone. And see you later, Sayo Knights. See you later. Adios.
Factor